I stand up, I get up, mapelu moya shona kona. Shobuluza focus, come on, be a good getter. Ashona kona, stay focused. Opportunities, you gotta get these, you gotta fight next year.
We be getting work where the world you been. We be getting work where the world you been. Show us ngiyacela ukuthi wena awubukeli umzansi for sure. NgoLesibini bafethu ngo1:30 kungaphambili uhlelo ke othandwa intsha eningi njengoba ke iSpani thina sikhombisa ukuthi indawo yomsebenzi isebenza kanjani. Nami ngiyawuthi ngene ebantwini ngibulisa abantu basemakhaya ngithi sabona gogo sabona mkhulu nani bomuntuza and a salute to all my hustlers. Njengoba esotsheni bafethu amasotsha anikezana ngesalute bafethu ukuthi iSpani namuhla ke sibheka ukuthi ikhali zenziwa kanjani. Sithanda ukuthi asiqukuzele ama-hustlers apha emakhaya ukuthi aphakamise ikhali noma ke asebenzise ikhali bafethu. Angendaba ukuthi unangakhi noma umncane noma umdala ungasebenzisi iviolence. Si just keeping the peace and me just keeping the peace. Igama lami nguMekumele show uhlelo iSpani. Ngithi namuhla ke sihamba nensizwa eqhamuka laphana eLimpopo yena ke uMabulaya Mukakapayi. Insizwa ke ifuna ukushaya i-mechanical engineering bafethu. Ithi insizwa ehlakaniphe kakhulu njengoba ke ephuma unumber 5 laphana ku-matric kwayo. Yaphinde futhi yaphuma unumber 1 kulontuza ku-grade 11. Awukayibona phi into nje kuyakhombisa insizwa ngempela bafethu ihlakaniphile. Into ke ezoyidinga ke mayifuna ukungena kule nkampani ebizwa ngokuthi iTenel Dynamics bafethu ekuyiphathe iTenel Groups bafethu yakhona la eMzansi. Inkampani ehamba phambili mayiza ukuthi ekwenzeni ama-defense equipment. Ngithi le nkampani ke ine program laphana for ama-graduates. Insizwa ke ifuna ukungena khona laphana. Asami siyobona ukuthi uNjitha ke yona insimba egobeki izongena kanjani kule nkampani. Name Mabulaya Mukakapayi. Age 23. Education grade 12. Special qualification Bachelor of Engineering and Mechanical. Former work experience student in training PPC.
Kinna Mabulaya wa Mukakapayi. Ke tswa le pleke bareng ke Botlokwa le mo Limpopo. And then pleke mo ke tswa ngwana ba re ke Springs. And then so ke mo go gotseng ona ke tsena ona primary school ke tsena ona high school. Primary school ke tsene mo yona ba re ke Musima primary school. So the challenges tse dingwe le re berna le tsona kwa Musima ko for example o sna metsi motho a tsentse ra ke telele metsi a eta sekolong. So dilo tse di so ke tse le rone ke di bona ele di challenges. Mara other than that re ba rutile ma-teacher ala ba thusitse kudu ka ruta. And then even today ke sa lewa ka mokgwa ba rutileng ka ona. And then we are pele re tsene St. Brendan's o go ratela ga bagala re o na le taolo. So taolo e leng e le ona e a thusa re kgone focus ka mo classeng re kgone concentrate ka mo go ba rutang ka ona. So ke environment e ke be ke bona kwa St. Brendan's. So le ona e thusitse gore here re mo sekolong re kgone understand re kgone o ba le environment ya re dumela re kgone o kwishatse ba rutang tsone. Malo papa ka mgana bona ka ba rutishi dikolong. Ebile botsebotse mo ke tsene ona primary school o malo bana ba ruta ona ke principal. So dilo tse nna ya ka nna le tsona di kgonne o nkhwetsa gore ke feletse ke sala ke tšea taba ya thuto ke tšea very serious. So enga ba tlhalosa batswadi ba ka ke batho ba e leng gore ba strict mara not too strict gore ba fe molao mara ba kgona o dumela gore o le wena o ka express o bolele tse lorona wa dinyaka o di etse lorona ha di rate. So ke ntse le nore ka rata ba re dumela re dire tse di ratang le se sa rateng. ke rile ke sa le mo primary school go na le di-project tse ba ratang go di refa tsona, so ba di bitsa gore ke di handwork. So ke be ke di rata kudu, ke be ke re ke spenda mashio ke le busy ke try go dira di-project tsela because ne ke di rata. So from that ke le ka kgona le more ke na le rato la nyaka o kusha gore dilo why di bereka bjane, metšhini e bereka bjane, how to make things work. So and then nako ya re ya ke le ke fitla ka mo grade 7 ke le ka mo hae ke le ka kopana le buka ya khale ya bontšha di-career mešomo re e tlhalosa mošomo mongwe le mongwe ka botlalo gore mošomo for example a re mechanical engineer o tla ba dia eng. So ke ile ka tšea buka le ga e lebelela ka tlhagana le senepe sa bontšha motho a lokisa ge ke bala e tlhalosa gore mošomo wa mechanical engineer ke eng, ka bona e le e tlhalosa ka mokgwa nna ke ratang o diega o phela ka ona, ka mokgwa le gore ke na le lerato la o nyaka o kwešiša gore dilo di bereka bjang. So from there ka nyaka o sala taba ya mechanical engineering morago. A ke thoma ke tla Pretoria ke tlo tsenela first year ke tlo thoma go study sa mechanical engineering. Ke ile ka ba le matlhatse by then ne be ke setse ke khweditše bursary, ke applyetse bursary ka kry-a bursary from my company. So ke bile le matlhatse ba kgonne go mpatelela gore ke tsenele ke dule mo res, so be ke dula res and then experience ya ka mokgwa ke bone ka ona it was environment ya mo e fapane kudu le mo ke tswang ona. Mothala gore batho bana ba dumedisane ko ra ke sepela mo strateng ke bona motho be ke mo dumedisa and then motho wa makala wa fumula ono feta bele ko nna ke makala gore ga ntse batho ba phela bjang ka bagala gore kwa ke tswang ona e ke feta motho mongwe le mongwe ke be ke mo dumedisa. So ke tse dingwe tša ditlhotse ke tša di phetogo tse ke di boneng, but more than that a ke lebelela sekolong kore ke pleke le gore e busy e na le maema le lentšhinyana mara a se nto e leng gore ile yang affecta mošomong wa ka wa sekolo. General Dynamics ba na le ba designer di-missile ba designer le di-aircrafts, so ke ntho e leng gore ke duma o ba involved ka yona, ke duma o tsena mo yona kudu ka begala gore ke na ke kgatlhego yaka se ba di dirang kwa General Dynamics ke kgatlhego yaka, ke duma o ke thuta kudu to understand more ka di-airplanes, ka di-missiles gore ba di dira bjani and so forth.
Kungaba-ke ukuthi i-project ayithola-ke asafunda ugrade 7 ewumsusa wa yonke lento ukuthi abe nothando for i-engineering bafethu. Ngabe umjitha-ke yonke le minyaka aloba ilungiselela for ilanga elibalulekile namhlanje ukuthi umjitha already asazi uyozama ukuthi ayochaza laphana abantu-ke abangamqasha bafethu njengoba-ke ayimisele ngempela ukuthola lo msebenzi ayosebenzela inkampani-ke ehamba phambili uma kuza ku-Advanced Systems Engineering Technology Company bafethu. Asiyabona ukuthi umjitha uzokhona ukuthi akhulume nabantu.
Hello, Mabulaya. Welcome.
Hi.
I'm Shahin Naidu. I'm the manager of the Academy of Learning. Okay, thanks for applying for this. I just want to start by letting you tell us a little bit about yourself. What have you studied and so on?
I studied mechanical engineering at the University of Pretoria. And so I would like to, I saw your company, I heard about it from my friends, and I also researched about it on the internet. So that got me interested. So that's why I applied to your company, Technologists Dynamics.
Okay, what made you study mechanical engineering?
From an early age, I developed interest in machines and trying to figure out how they work, how to make them work and fix them. And earlier as I grow on, I came across a career book which explained what a mechanical engineer is. The description, I found it to be suiting to me, and that's why I decided to follow mechanical engineering.
Give me some examples of those machines and things that you fixed at an early age.
It was the projects that we did during primary and high school. So the examples are, it's very simple. I was asked to design at the primary school, design a dustbin which you can just step on, it has to open. That fascinated me a lot. So that is one of the examples. I mean, broken radios at home as well, even though they're slightly electrical, but the idea of trying to fix things and that are broken. So that as well is what struck the interest in me.
Okay, so that's very interesting. Let me tell you something about Denel Dynamics and a little bit about the intern and training program that we have within this company. Okay, so we're, as you know, you may have read already, we're a missile and UAV development house. So we make and manufacture missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles. To do that, there's a lot of engineering effort that goes into this. And we have a unit within the company that focuses on the development engineering that goes into these products. Each year we employ graduate engineers. We take 20 graduate engineers from mechanical, electronic, industrial, mechatronic engineers, as well as aeronautic engineers to come and work within our environment, and we offer them a one-year training program, after which they become a part of the company. So each year we take 20 graduates into our engineering training program. We receive roughly about 1,000 applicants each year, from which we shortlist to and interview about 30 to 40 applicants, and we take 20 of them. So you're one of the people we've shortlisted for an interview, and hopefully you'll become one of the 20 that we select.
I'm glad.
Okay, so we've got lined up for you today a few tasks to do. There's 3 tasks that you will have to do, mechanical engineering tasks that Grant Wilson will mentor you through.
Okay.
He's a chief design engineer in the mechanical engineering department, and he'll take you through what's required out of you. He'll help you through achieving those tasks and take you through the rest of the day.
Okay.
So I'll see you again at the end of the day.
All right.
Mama o phefomile hantle ke moshimane o bileng le tlhogonolo ka go tseba se a batlang go ba sona e sa le bonyaneng je ka ha re bona background ya gage ke moshimane o ratang maitshwaro bophelong le order ene hape o bile le tlhogonolo ka go bana le batswadi ba eneng gore ba mo serve as di role models empa fa bongata ba rona ha go jwalo mara seo se ka se re thibele gore re tsamaye re ye ka ntle re ilo ipatela sa rona di role models o sebeditse ka thata sekolong je ka ha a tshilo dilo kaofela di ka se atlege ka tsatsi la pele empa ha o phusha ntse o tswela pele bofellong o tla hlola hustlers ngithi somebody abantu ngithi same thing bafethu siphethe yena ke umabulaye insizwa ke ehamba ngokukhulu ukuzithemba uyambona ukuthi lo muntu uyasazi isipana azoshaya kodwa ngithi ngiyazi abantu abalaphana eTenel ngeke baze bamnikeze nje imisebenzi olula bazomnikeza ama task kanzima ukumtesta bafethu awuthi ke mina ke ngitested nina lapha emakhaya ngimbuze ke ngombuzo wakule viki bafethu ngithi ke how many mechanical engineers does it take to change a light bulb? How many mechanical engineers does it take to change a light bulb? Ngithi mayazi impendulo uyazi mele wenzeni mele uthi #iSpani with a capital Q bese uyalapha na ku Twitter @iSpani on SABC1 @iSpani on SABC1 bese uyaphendula khona lapha ngithi impendulo yamampela ke sonikeza empheleni kohlelo bafethu ngithi into engayisho ukuthi ngizonikeza another hint phela namhlanje sikhuluma ngezikhali bafethu mhlawumbe lokho ngingakunceda phela futhi nginikeza another hint ukuthi umjitheme ke buye uyohamba lapha ayodweba ayoshaya ama project plan bafethu ukwenza isiqiniseko ukuthi uyahamba lapha uyoshaya a hand grenade launcher bafethu hayi angazi sibona masibuye emva kwekhefu ngabe ke umjitha uzokhona ukuthi adodge ama task lapha ngathi ku matrix ndoda oh ngiyakutshela wena hey I think I broke my back we'll be right back.
bonjiniyela betekukhenika, ema-technologists, kanye nama-technicians, bendisisile ekuthuthukiseni imishina yakanomkusho kanye netimoto. Umkhicito wemishina lemikhulu lesinzako, njengokubincibilikisa kwetinsimbi nemayini, kanye-ke netinhlangothi telusito litifaka ekhatsi kwekuhamba, imikhicito, kanye netekuvikela. Licembu labonjiniyela betekukhenika lifaka ekhatsi bonjiniyela, ema-technologists, ema-technicians, kanye nema-artisans. Le umsebenzi wabo kukudesigner, kuthuthukisa umkhicito, kanye nekutsengiseka kwemishina leminyenti, kusukela kuma-air conditioners kuya etindizeni. Bonjiniyela betekukhenika ngibona babaholi ekuhleleni, ekwakheni, ekukhiciteni, ekusebenteni kanye nasekulungiseni kwemishina lekhicita umkhicito tsite nobetinsita. Kanzi-ke lwati lwabo bona lubaluleke kakhulu kuniketa tinsita letimcoka njengagesi, emanti kanye-ke nekwekuhamba. Imishina leyakhiwe ngekusebenzisa bongcombomshina idlala inzima lenkhulu kutebukheniki tesimanje, phindze kube ngilokubalulekile nakubomakhenika, bomakhenika balokusamandi, kugcina kwetinsimbi letakha imishina kanye nekutishisisa. I-degree yetebunjiniyela ithatha iminyaka lemine, kanti-ke futhi ngiyona utayidzinga kute uwadi kubhalisa ne-Engineering Council of South Africa njenganjiniyela losemthethweni. Ema-diploma kanye nema-BTech degrees laniketwe kuma-technicons, wona-ke akakavumeleki kubhaliswa ngawo njenganjiniyela losemthethweni.
Ho ithutela mechanical engineering o hloka senior certificate e nang le exemption. Again mahaslas, maths le physical science di bohlokwa haholo. Tse ding tsa di subjects tse le gore o ka dinka ke di computer science le di technical drawing. Degree ya hao he e tla go nka dilemo di le 4. Go tloga moo o ka sheba di company tse kgolo tse leng gore di fana ka di bursary mafapheng ana. Sheba di mafapha a tsheka bo manufacturing, energy, ko di mining le di aerospace. And again o ka lebella le di websites tsheka bo di Transnet, di Nele, Sasol le Goldfields gore bana le di bursary tse feng, di train programs tse di feng le di internship tse teng.
Let the countdown to the grenade launch begin. 1, 2, 3. Go, Marvel.
My name is Grant Wilson. I studied engineering at the University of KZN. Once I graduated, I came and worked at Dynamics. I worked here for 10 years. I then worked for myself for 2 years and then went over to New Zealand for 11 years. Upon returning from New Zealand, I returned back to Dynamics and I've been here for the last 7 years. We make missiles and UAVs. So a UAV is an unmanned aerial vehicle. So that is, if you want to call it, it's the most high-tech robot you can get, because this plane will take off, land, fly to its destination, take photographs and come back all by itself without anyone doing anything to it. So that is something that we do here, which we're really proud of. I don't think there are many other places in the world that have this capability. That encompasses all of engineering. There's software, there's electronic engineering, mechanical engineering, aerodynamics, there's all sorts of things that are involved in there. So we have quite a successful UAV team. We have a almost 50-50 split. 50% of the product we make is for the South African Defence Force, and the other 50% is we export to countries overseas, to various countries overseas. Good day, my name is Grant Wilson.
Hi.
Mechanical engineer inside Dynamics in the mechanical engineering group. I've got a few tasks for you today that I want you to do, and we'll see how you go with them, and then we'll make an assessment of that. So the first one, what I want you to do is, I've got them listed down here, but I'll go through them first, explain them to you.
Yes.
And then if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, so the first one is I want you to generate a Gantt chart or a schedule plan, a typical schedule plan for developing and manufacturing a spring-activated grenade launcher. Okay, so the grenade is 100 mils long, 50 millimeters in diameter.
Okay.
It weighs 300 grams, and it needs a velocity of 40 meters per second when it leaves the barrel.
Okay.
So you don't use any pyrotechnics, just a spring to launch it.
Okay.
So together with that, I want you to look at some cost estimates, just to guess how or estimate how much you think it's going to take to develop this, and also to produce 10 of them.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave you to do that, and then when you're finished, I'll come back to it. So it's like one of your normal projects, okay? Like at varsity, you've done any normal, your thesis project and things like that. You need to have planned and costs. So it's exactly the same as that. Use the same thinking and the philosophies that you used then.
Okay.
And when you're finished, we'll come back and assess it.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Ke rile ke sa le monyane be ke rata go lokisa dilo a di robeile ke rata go di tshwara ke di bula ke rata go lokisa dilo figura dilo out gore na selo se bereka bjang so metšhini dikoloi and dilo tša tshwana ka mokgwa a ke fitla university kore be wila ba le pressure kore wila ba le feelang ga rona le ke hatleleleya e le mabapi le taba gore ke tšwa mo e leng gore a wa tlhaboloa ke le pleke ka tshwana le strop so e ke fitla mo ke kry-a le gore bontši bja batho ba na le tšhelete ba na le dikoloi nna o e na le o inyatša so mara ke ile ka kgona gore nako e ya ka kgona go tlwaela ka kgona o ikgopotša gore nna ke tletšene mo sekolong and then so ke be ke le morutwana e leng gore o serious o tšea dithuto tša very serious so ke attenda di-lecture ke attenda dilo ka moka ke le ka go ba morutwana e leng gore o tselene go ya ka mokgwa re tlwaetšeng ka ona
Hello?
Hi.
How did that go?
It went fairly well, I think.
Right, tell me about task one. Let's have a look and show me what you've done, and we'll go through it. In task one, he had to do a schedule for a specific task. He's got some really good logic in how he's planned this task, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for him to have a good structure. He's got to think about what he needs to do, and all the things must be in the right sequence, and he's done exactly that. He's got a really good procedure. They learn this at university, so I'm glad to see he's actually able to take that and apply it to a task that we've given him. So he's got his concept, his design, his build, so he's got all these things that we need. And those are the processes that he needs to go through to develop this project.
Task one e be enkgapeletša gore ke nagana gore na if ke nyako dira mošomo so ke tshwanetse gore ke dire ene ke dilo tše e leng gore di a nyakega gore task ela e kgone go direya mostly e be taba tša le management wa gona gore na nka beakanya dilo bjane dilo tshwanetse di diriwe leng and so forth.
Mabo o bontsha a thola sengwe le sengwe se mentor wa hae a mo laelelang sona gobane o ithutile tsona dilo tsena kaofela ko sekolong mahustlers ha le sekolong e bang serious apply kelello ya hao Jeka ha re bone mona tasking ena mabo ba mo lahletse mosebetsing fela without gore mentor wa hae a mmontshe mosebetsi so yena o na tlamea go relaya go dithutong tsa hae kaofela gore a gone go phetha task ena jeka ha mosebetsi ona o batla mabo o na le structure ene hape o gona go tlhalosa mabaka a mosebetsi wa hae go tlosiso bophelong e botlhokwa gore o gone go phetha sengwe le sengwe ka tshwanelo
So umabo bafethu uhambile laphana azange upload itask yakhe yokuqala laphana kushaya i-grenade design and development project plan yakhe bafethu. Kodwa izinto zothi kuba nzimanyana khona manje ngoba uyoshaya ama calculations laphana amajara yona ama deflections ngisho nawo ama stress point wayo ke i-structural beam bafethu. Uma ke singagobeka kancane bafethu izinto zakhe zizothi ubed. Ngiyazi ukuthi lokho bafethu kuyindida kodwa hlala ubhekile ngoba ke uzothola ulwazi. Phinde futhi uhlangane naye i-career coach yethu ikithi ezabe siphusha nge-motivation. Isitshela ukuthi kumele siphushe kanjani bafethu. And ungakhohlwa ukuthi sinombuzo laphana sithi #iSpani with a capital Q bese uya laphana ku Twitter ku @iSpani on SABC1. Sithi umbuzo wethu uthi how many mechanical engineers does it take to change a light bulb? Uma ke unempendulo ibhale khona laphana. Kodwa ke ngiyabuza umunye umbuzo ukuthi how many presenters does it take to go to a break? Awusizi noy 1. Hustlers isifane sibuyile lapha Dynamics bafethu inkampani ke ehamba phambili ekwenzeni ke ama-armaments development and manufacturing. Le nkampani ke imisile ngempela ukusebenza ngetalent elincane la khona la eMzansi. Sikhuluma ngetalent, sikhuluma ngehasa savana namuhla ke uMabulayi Mukakapayi insizwa ke esi-mechanical engineering graduate olole isikhundla lapha ukuyongena ke ku-graduate academy iyabo bafethu enganceda ukuthi asakazithola sekanenkhundla lapha kule nkampani bafethu. Into engayisho ukuthi umjithe kuze kube manje uhambile lapha wayenza ke i-development of hand grenade launcher prototype bafethu. Kodwa manje sekayohamba ayongena ema-taskini anzima bafethu njengoba ke ayo-calculate laphana ayosebenza ngama-formula ucalculate i-stress. Umjithe ubukeka ngathi uyishayela phansi cool, calm and collected bafethu. Kodwa mina ngiphethe i-stress for yena yazi. Oh the stress.
Okay, I'll now describe the second task we'd like you to do. It's based on what you've studied at university. I want you to calculate the deflection, maximum deflection and the maximum stress in a steel beam that's cantilever mounted.
Okay.
It has a point load at the end, 100 kg point load, and the beam is 3 meters long. Beam's 160 I-beam, RPE section, 160 by 82. Okay, but it's all in the details over here.
Okay.
Now, I've got a machining's handbook here. I know you probably know these formulas, but it's probably easier just to look at them here.
Okay.
So that's the formula for the cantilever beam, and that's the maximum load, maximum stress, and the maximum deflection. Okay. So if you can use those and show me what you get at the end of that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Sanjora ke calculator na he beam e leng gore ke chip ja tshwana le tse ba di shumisana mo o ha dintlo tse di golo tse le di beam le di veranda. So chip yona e la he ba beile load ngano re ke nthongwe le ngwe nang le boima be le nore boka representa load e itseng. So sanjor ke khumano re na ha mutabile load eso mo di machipela it ya ba 3 meters long na it lo deflect av kana it lo move out kana it lo deflect av kana. So yona ki calculation no very important. Nga for example ka dilo tseleng re ba di tshwana le di lift because chipela e really boima bo bitse. So mokamata tsin lift di rola boima ba batho nga fa mthala di steps le tsena di rola boima ba batho. So botlhokwa re calculation yela e be yona.
Di-engineering professionals kaofela ba lokela go shebisisa mathata, tsebo, ho designer le go batlisisa. pele ba ka tlisa management skills go dilo tsa engineering le mekgwa ya tshwanelo. The assessment le mitigation di ama engineering solutions. The engineering disciplines di aha di business professionals.
Hello?
Hi.
Right, task 2. Was that any easier?
It was easy to get the answers, but the answers, some of them I don't agree with.
Okay, let's go through the calculation first and tell me why you think it's not right.
So first of all, I identified the formula for calculating the deflection for my situation.
Yes, all right.
And I got it from the machinery's handbook over there.
Okay.
So I got the
Okay, task 2 was a test to see how good his memory is of his calculations and formulas that he's done at university. So we asked him to calculate the stress and bending of a steel beam. Now this is stuff that you do at university, and it's pretty important, and it's got quite a complex set of calculations that you need to do. So we gave him this requirement, and he had to find the formulas and do all the calculations. Now the beam has a deflection at the end of it with a weight on the end. Now the deflection shouldn't be very much, it should be a few millimeters, but his results came out to a high deflection. Now he knew it was wrong, just with his own gut feeling, that he knew a beam like this, if you put 100 kgs on the end, is not going to bend that much. So he said, which was really good, this answer he's got is not right. He doesn't know where he's gone wrong. So that is what you're looking for. You don't want someone to say, the calculation says it's a certain value and you stick to that. So the good thing about him is he's got an understanding about what is good and what isn't. So then once he had said he's made a mistake, we looked through his calculations and found out he'd made an error somewhere. And that is exactly what you're looking for. You don't want someone to be adamant that what their answer is correct.
Kam go ke lebeletse ka ona task ela o ya ka nna e benya ka fela o tseba rena formula ye le no tshwantse re shimise or kgona go kry deflection ke efe. So ke shimise formula ye le no re be yona e fela pose ke dirileng e bile constant le no re ke message.
Mamo o ya itshepa ene ka nnete o godimo ha se a se etsang. Mahaslas botsebi bona anang le bona ha ba motlela ka letsatsi, empa ke mofufutso wa dilemo mane ko sekolong, empa mafellong tje ka ha re bona o tla iteboga. Ha o le motho o tshepahalang go ba bonolo for wena go ipona diphoso go mosebetsing tje ka ha re bone mona tasking ena. Ho go tle ka go ipona diphoso go gore re gona go tlhatlhoga ra ithuta ra phethara ba batho ba betere.
Right, we come to the final task.
Okay.
Right, now how much pneumatics did you do at university?
We did an introductory course on pneumatics.
Okay.
It was just part of another course. Oh wait guys, we didn't do pneumatics course, but I want to say we did it.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know what I should say, because
no, but if you've done a bit, it's right. Okay,
I'll just say we did a bit of it.
Okay.
So
that's fine. So you've done a little bit of pneumatics?
Yes.
So this is fairly simple, but it'll just give you an idea of your understanding of the pneumatics.
Okay.
So we've got a seesaw, as in the playground. You know, it sits like this and the two kids sit at either end.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is design a pneumatic circuit with an actuator at either end of the seesaw that drives the seesaw up and down.
Okay.
All right? It mustn't be electric, it just has pneumatics in it.
Okay.
And now, it's you need to draw it in the pneumatic diagram.
Okay.
I've got a catalogue here which has got a few of or quite a lot of the actual pneumatic parts.
Yes.
So if you select the parts and draw the diagram, and then at the end I want you to explain to me how the air flows and how the pneumatics actually work to show that the seesaw moves in the right fashion.
Okay. Besides from the circuit, would you like to see the pictures as well?
No, I just want to see your circuit.
The circuit.
So it shows me how you think about laying out the circuit.
No problem, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about the actual picture, just the circuit.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Clear.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
All right. o tswa high school ke ya university nka no re di-challenge e leng ke di-kry-ile ke mabapi le language language ya English for example important o feta mo di-lecturer ba ruta ka English and ba bangwe ba ruta very fast and ba shumisa le di-term tse e leng gore nako ngwe ga kgone kwešwa ba bolela ka eng so e bile challenge ka baka la gore le di-textbook tse e le gore re be re di bala o file nako e nnyane tshwanetse gore ba le ka pela so ya gapeletša gore ke tshwanetse gore ke upgrade English yaka ke leke gore ke improve English yaka ke make sure ke kgona go bala di-textbook ka pela and ke di kwešiše ke be kwešišeletse le gore ma-lecturer ka mo ba mpotša tšona so e bile challenge gore ke adapte ka pela within ngwaga mathomo so e bile challenge e kgolo.
Pneumatic systems di sebedisa energy e beilweng go hatella moya go etsa mosebetsi. Go laola go tswa ha moya go pneumatic cylinders re ka fetola energy into movement.
Done.
Hello?
Hi.
The final one.
Yeah.
End of the day. Let's see. How did that go?
I enjoyed my final tasks. Yes, I enjoyed it, and I would like to show you what I came up with.
Okay. All right. So explain to me what you've got here.
So first of all, for me to be able to get the seesaw movement that I want, so I put limit switches at the end of the motion of that seesaw. So I have.
So when it gets down there, it touches the switch.
Yes, it touches the switch, and it actually gives signals into my circuit. To change the direction of motion.
So task 3 was for him to design a pneumatic circuit to control, if you could say, a seesaw. So this is something that he must drive up and down, so it's an automatic thing. Now his circuit is quite clever because he's isolated the two areas. He's got the control thing where the person must operate it, and then he's got the actual actuator for the seesaw. So he's got a really good design, and it'll work well. And it's hard to know if something like that'll work if you had no experience, and he has no experience in this, but to see what he's done, I can see from experience that what he's designed will work really well.
Pneumatic circuit ke circuit e leng gore o šomisa moya e leng gore o na le pressure gore o na le maatla, and then ka mokgwa e leng gore wa kgona go laola ka ona gore o kgone go šomisa maatla le o move dilo gore o move dilo ka mokgwa e leng gore o nyaka ka ona. And then so ka mokgwa ke ikhumaneng ka ona a ka ikhumana e le challenging too much, mara ke ratile and e dirilo gore ke nagane ka baka la gore ke tshwanetse gore ke nagane gore na ko šomisa di-components efe ko laola moya o la bjang ko di-connector bjang di-components jaka. So ke letse le gore ke tshwanetse gore ke nagane ka tsona gore ke kgone go feletša ke kry-ile right.
Well done, Mabo. Mahaslas, check ha re bone mechanical engineering ha se ka o sebedisa matsogo fela, o lokela go sebedisa kelello, pene le lephepha. Le pele o tla pheha o lokela gore o bale le recipe ya gago o tsebe le ditlhokwa tsa teng tseo re ka ithuta tsona mafapheng a mangata. Hasla sheba gore ke eng se o nang le kgatlhego go sona, ke eng se o ratang go seetsa, ke tšho la ga se ka tswa mane bonyaneng gobane sona seo ke mo e leng gore o tla fumana tsela ya career ya gago. Checkela website ya rona go fumana ka ha di-college, di-short courses le di-bursary tsa construction site tse re nang le tsona.
Yo mahaslas, umabulaya bafethu shage sinye smile ngathi advertise toothpaste ndona. Unobuhlinile nje kuyaqala ukuthi umjitha uyazitshela ukuthi iSpani ushayile bafethu kodwa kusisiqumo sakhe sothathwa bafethu. Sobona ukuthi abantu abalapha eDenel bambone kanjani ukuthi umjitha ushayile iSpani noma cha. Phinde futhi hlangana ne-career coach yethu ezabe iguguzela ama-masters wethu abatshela ukuthi bangahlanganisa kanjani ama-career wabo. Ngithi wena Clora nawe Dinewo will be hollering at you girls basibuya ever ngekhefu. Ungakhohlwa ukuthi sinombuzo laphana sithe #iSpani with the capital Q. Uye laphana ku Twitter yethu ku @iSpani on SABC1 @iSpani on SABC1 ushaya impendulo yakho. Sithe how many mechanical engineers does it take to change a light bulb? Angazi bafethu impendulo kodwa into engiyazi ukuthi mina I can do it with one hand. Lights up.
Hello again.
Hi.
So how was your day?
My day was interesting. I was given a couple of tasks to do. Some of them a bit challenging, but I enjoyed them a lot. Yeah.
I had a chat with Grant a little while ago and got some feedback from him.
Okay.
And he's very positive about how you've performed on these tasks. Okay. So I look forward to having you as one of our 20 graduates within this program.
Oh wow! Thanks. I'm very glad to hear that. Thank you very much.
So as one of the people on our program, you will enter this company as a graduate engineer. You will work with us within the engineering academy for a year.
Okay.
I'll allocate you to a department in the company within mechanical engineering. So you'll do some work for them for half of your time. You'll spend the remainder of your time doing some training activities, attending some courses, and you'll execute a training project where you will be one of the mechanical design engineers on that project. So at the end of that year, you're expected to demonstrate this project and how it works as a group. So all 20 of you work on this project as a group, and you're part of that group, and you'll be expected to demonstrate this project.
I'm very much looking forward to it. I can't wait to join.
Once that happens, you end up being placed in that department of mechanical engineering permanently.
Okay, that's very wonderful. Thanks a lot. Yeah, ke thagetse ke dumela gore le sepetse botse ka mokgobe ke ratile ka ona, and then one day ke dumela gore nka shima botse ka feletsa ke khumane a parent ke register a professional engineer tshwana le ba bangwe ba baholo. So ha le ka mokgo ke rata gore mo wena hae pressure pusher panda sharp.
Hustlers ngithi khohla ngoba MacGyver mfana, khohla ngoba MacGyver lana siphethe abomabulayi bafethu, abantu abakwazi ukudrawya iplan bahlanganisa izinto zihlangane mfethu, njengoba thina njengabantu iSpani sithi halala wena nsizwa mfethu ushayile iSpani, ngithi yonke leminyaka olobufunda mfethu khona manje sozobhadala, ngithi chop my money yonke into grand. Ngibuye ke ngiye embuzweni wethu otheke, how many mechanical engineers does it take to change a light bulb? Drums roll please for the answer. Ngithi bahlanu mfethu 5. Yabona ke oqala ke uyena ke umuntu ozosho ukuthi kahle le group kumele lijike kanjani. Bese owesibini ke bese asho ukuthi kudikeka amandla kangakanani ukujika le light bulb. Bese owesithathu ke uzohamba lapha ayenza ithuli yokujika yona le light bulb. Bese owesine ke uzohamba lapha azama ukuhlanganisa zonke lezi zinto lezi. Bese owesihlanu ke kuba uyena ke ushintsha i light bulb. Lo wesihlanu ke uyena ke umabulaya insizwa yethu bafethu. Ngithi siyabonga ukuthi participate nathi bafethu. I know it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. Anyway, that's my answer is 5. Ake sebona ukuthi sisipule ukuthi uhamba kanjani la akhona.
Dipotso tsa rona ka jeno di tlile ka email. Potso ya pele e tswa ko Gloria. Gloria a re yena o strugglisha go fumana career ene a tse gore ke mosebetsi o feng o mo tshwanetseng. Gloria, o ka batlisisa ka di website FET College ko dikolong kapa di government institutions. Checkela website ya NQF and Career Advice. Hape bana le working center ko Pretoria. Ba tla go thusa ka di work options le ka dithuto tsa hao. Checkela di websites le mo screening sa hago. Bana le di training programs, di bursary le di internships. Ha e ka ba ha ona computer e ya ko library, community center kapa sekolo sa hao sa gale. Potso ya bobedi e tswa ko Dineo le yona e tshwana le ya Gloria hobane o re o batla go studishetsa finance empa ha sho if o batla go sebetsa lefapheng leo. Dineo o ka nka career test go netefatsa lebella di hobbies tsa hao ke eng dilo tse leng gore wena o rata go di etsa ka di free times tsa hao, di value tsa hao ke eng dilo tse botlhokwa bophelong ene hape o ipona o le mo kae bophelong ene sheba di subject le di class tse le gore o di enjoyile ko sekolong dilo tse o kaofela di tla o thusa. ha re mane ko African Leadership Academy re ilo bona our hustler Raymond gore o re tshwaretseng.
I'm Kalide Raymond, a second year student at the African Leadership Academy, and I'm from Uganda. I'm 19 years old. So basically in my community in Uganda, there's a very big divergence between top performing districts and poor performing districts. Then I realized that in the poor performing districts, there's inadequate access to academic material. In this case, there are many textbooks, because in Uganda, textbooks mainly A-level go for about $50, and we do about 4 A-levels. So parents had to spend about $200 buying textbooks. So coming from a country whereby most of the population lives on less than $1 a day, and having to spend $200 on textbooks is like an aspiration beyond reach. So inadequate access to academic material translated to inadequate preparation for examinations, which led to less qualification for employment, which creates a vicious cycle of poverty in my community. So in 2011, I designed an academic encyclopedia, online academic encyclopedia, basically to provide students free access to academic material. So I used to get notes from good schools, then type them out and give it to teachers to review the information, so we could be uploaded online. So basically my biggest challenge for the encyclopedia was coming up with a system that could be very easy to use, because I realized that most of my users would be first-time computer users. I needed to come up with a system that is very easy to use, whereby a person just logs in and already knows how to navigate around the system. So I came up with a system that has a same hierarchy like a book, whereby a person chooses a topic, and after clicking on the topic, it brings the subtopics, then themes, then down to the raw article. So it wouldn't be having much of a difference with a book. The academic encyclopedia is more like a long-term effect, because I believe once I give the students access to proper academic material, then they'll be more prepared for the examinations, national examinations. Meaning they'll get better results, meaning they'll be having better qualifications for jobs, and in the long run it's going to break the vicious cycle of poverty in my community.
Hustlers, we have engineered another successful career bafethu sebenza lake umabula ositholele isikhundla laphana eTenel Dynamics bafethu sithi mshizwa sifisela inhlanhla mfethu uyibambe kanjalo ungazodlala ngomsebenzi wena lapha emakhaya bafethu uma ke singaninspiranga namhlanje ningayithandanga le career sikhuluma nayo namhlanje ngihlangana nathi kuvike elizaza besiphethe ke icareer ehlukile mhlawumbe wena lapha ekhaya ongayithanda njengoba wazi ukuthi la iSpani sinikhombisa ukuthi indawo yomsebenzi isebenza kanjani khona wena ke uzokwazi ukukhetha icareer efanele wena tailor-made baba tailor-made mina ke ngithi umfana kaMntambo ngiqedile wami umsebenzi ngidonsa zonke intambo sengiphuma kanje ngithi mawufuna ukusibhalela uyazi usola kuphi ku www.ispani.co.za noma ke usivakashele lapha ku Facebook page yethu click on like ukhulume nathi khona lapha noma ke usilandele njengama birds khona lapha ku Twitter ku @ispani on SABC1 @ispani on SABC1 ngoba ke siyathanda ukuzwa ukuthi nina niqabangani ngohlelo nokuthi nifuna ukubonani khona la ekhaya into engizohlala ngitshela ngithi press push up panda okunye sizoqedelela. Remember, don't look down, look up and stay up.